Welcome to Secure Management Faculties, where your mind is key before you unlock what is seen. Secure Agent Dreyfus. All right, we're going to be discussing, and skipping those standard defaults, by the way, we're going to be discussing this Secure Management Faculties priority hold. Secure Management Faculties have currently been under a condition of being stagnated. And that stagnation is acceptable under the conditions of what I have to do in order to move it forward. And so secure management faculties will be in a form of hiatus. Again, secure management faculties will be in a form of hiatus due to the conditions that have been applied for or under the absolute direction of the influencers and influential environment. Secure management faculty simply is just moving at a standstill, or should I say more responsibly, I am putting it at a standstill, and we'll come back with further development. More work is needed to be done. There actually was a successful trace and completion of actually doing this type of work, or should I say actually me handling the issues I had before with the maintaining secure management faculties in the front. But I've decided to simply just put it on hold because further developments are needed in order to inquire, and it is required for secure management faculties to develop. And the whole point is, regardless, I'm not worried about blaming nobody at all at this point, people or the environment or the circumstances or conditions. I find that people regularly create these events due to a lot of insecurities and a lot of indirect proportions of jealousy, and everything is bound to be to have some sort of form of attention or another. And it's just that secure management faculties is in a very early stage. We're barely hitting over 1,300 subscribers, and I already know how actualized, impactful the information as far as how the information is congestively digestible and tangible and presentable in its highest form of presentation, just generally by me speaking on it. But a lot of individuals in particular, indirect or direct, will disregard that and try to make it seem like Secure Agent Dreyfus, if you will, and secure management faculties needs that approval. But the approval or the improvement is the existence of something, not the popularity of something, regardless of what today's trend may believe, right? So, if I have a volcanic magma chemical compound, it doesn't need your approval to be that, because you're going to have to respect it. Because if you don't, it melts away your flesh. If you try to compare that to a simple scalding pot of tea, it's not going to be the same equivalent of damage, if you will, in the form of the expression of the heat that's brung. And so people, they scoff, they backbite, they do a lot of things that are self-debilitating, and that's fine. I've come to, I thought I was neutral before in secure management faculties, but I've come to a complete acceptance of what that means. The conditions of, what it means to really hit the right way, if you will. And early on, when you do a good job, excellent wise, it's crazy how early it starts. There are statistics out there, not to elongate this, but there are statistics out there, right? About how supporting businesses and matter of fact, if you're doing something good in general, right, you can do something good out there, and people will most, for the most part, ignore it, especially if it's a general business. Like, how many people get angry and jealous over a cleaner company? You understand what I mean? Like, your cleaners, do people get jealous over that? No. But, once, let's see that cleaner company actualize, get a form of existence that just hits always on that higher scheme, people would debilitate that cleaner company. And more accurately, it probably would be other cleaner companies, like, oh, you're not all that, and things of this nature. And that That's what happens, you know. And even if you bring the sauce, if you will, even if you bring the heat, even if you can verbally argue what's going on, they will ignore it because it's coming from you, even though it was right. Especially when you're talking in terms of martial arts, physically, and even if you talk about in terms of doing your craft. And secure management faculties is technically an existing entity being powered by Secure Agent Dreyfuse, if you will. And just to work in the craft and all that, I guess you can even say that I'm venting on this a little bit, but it's just amazing. Like, this is way too early in the stages for my digital craft and all these little extra things that are going on that are accessibly, and they are very much accessible. But I'm not saying I know because of the specific intent of the environment and or the surrounding applicants in that environment, but because I see the actual founding knowing things that are happening as and why, and I'm already aware of myself. Like, I'm completely born to myself, and secure management faculties is born to itself too. Not from a standpoint of overconfidence, but from a standpoint of awareness and humbleness as far as being open for the potential for growth of the channel. So, you know, whoever's listening in context, and whoever's been listening in context, secure management faculties will continue, right? And the authenticity as far as what I am and what I exist as definitely cannot be replicated. Of course, words can be replicated, and founding principles can be consolidated and copied, right? Just as a simple principle is, when you walk across the street, you look left and right. You know, somebody can take a principle like that, but like I said, the hit and the generating existence of a principle comes from the actual person. And since I know where such configurations are existing from, I know exactly what that means as far as me being here to exist as myself. And I'm going to be authentic, and secure management faculties is going to be authentic. But I digress. Appreciate everybody who's been tuning in up until this point. And I'm going to continue to move secure management faculties to its most primordial existence of authenticity in this form or another. It doesn't matter. I am thankful for all the conditions that have been present. This is actually showing me the meat, quote, and unquote at the same time, of what the capacity of the human condition does under the application of actualized conditions of feeling threatened, or and when I say threatened, I mean threatened from the perspective of being insecure to not acknowledge, right? You know, certain truths or whatnot. And I didn't think it was that hard, right? If I find let's say if I saw an 8-year-old who was doing the job way better than me, you know, and I would probably want to most likely, me as a person, tell them like, hey, you know what, I'm way more than twice your age, and you actually doing that, or you did that better than me. You know, it's an honorable thing, a self-honorable thing. Everybody don't have to have the same type of honorable code, and everything has its place. But the whole point is, whatever, man. I understand that. I understand what people are about. I understand what this world is about, in the conditions that it uses cheating tactics, snake tactics. And here's the thing: I don't condemn the snake. I condemn the rat that is using the snake's tactics, because the snake will use it like a snake, but the snake wouldn't act like a rat. They use the tactics that the rat is stealing from the snake, if you will. And it's crazy out here in that application. And just to be in pure reflection, get your goals straight, get your mind straight, accomplish your deeds, understand what you need to understand. And you know, just reflecting on what I've done at secure management faculties, just reflecting on the experience and everything that I accumulated in my career. I haven't actually sat down and given it enough thought that I've actually accumulated a lot of things, like just specifically on my resume alone, like the things that I've done. And you know, the fact is, you know, I've always been in a mindset, not only for secure management faculties, but in my personal life, I've always been on a mindset that, you know, I was always just starting out, and I just had to sit here and think about it, like, hey, I haven't just been starting out. And, you know, just reflecting over my resume and everything that I've been doing and done in actual practical action, you know, and being able to comprehend it and replicate it, right? So, and the quick example would be like, just in perspective, right? For secure management faculties, and then I'm going to end this off. Like, so, again, I always bring up martial arts on this channel, which is real good. Like, implementation of my craft in martial arts can be executed, right? And it's great that it's not just, it's not in the form of not knowing or guessing or being eluded. It's like in the form of success and for failure of the techniques and an application and the spiritual aspect of what it means to be philosophically involved in that. I'm very connected to that, and it's just effortless at this point. And so now it's just like, oh, okay, well, that existence in place, do I really need to prove anything? No, it all that proves itself. And like even the especially as far as the obviously the security professional protection industry application, I've done quite a bit, right? In regards to secure management faculties, and also where I've been and what I've done under these applications and these paramilitary organizations, because that's what they are. Outside of the original military, any type of formation of a organized group in a form of structure with ranks is called literally, legally, a paramilitary organization. And so, like, just going through these different types and thinking about just the work I've done and actually comprehending it is good. It's good. It's a good deal. You know what I mean? It's just that you have to realize that just because you may be accurately mature in the application of your work doesn't mean that the people in control may be applicably in the same type of maturity, if you will. And that can go from peers and things like that in this nature. So I am rambling on a bit, but it's just a moment of reflection. So yes, secure management faculties is on the whole. If you guys are out there, accomplish your goals, slam your work, do what you need to do, and just make your adjustments as to what they need to be. If you're open to the type of awareness that is spoken on this channel, you will be able to do a lot of fragmented, phony things or faulty falsehoods. And so, I speak very parabolistically, and even now I'm speaking very parabolistically. And be careful with the thresholds, if you will. But not to be too extra on that, but to the individuals that know what I mean by the core criticals, once again, hold those principle tights, and actually be really authentic, and don't get caught up in too much in the titles. Execute your goals and be self-established. Again, secure management faculties, holding period, high priority. See you when this is over with, in the condition that how it returns, when it returns, and let's be honest, if it returns. But you already know, as long as I breathe in this formation of existence of life, secure management faculties will be pushing forward. Secure Dreyfus out. I appreciate the upload from myself to you, and see you on the next upload, hear you on the next upload, participate with you on the next upload. Thank you.